Hey everyone, and welcome to day 13 of my horror movie review marathon, and I've got Friday the 13th Part 2 movie review. It's been a few years since the incident at Camp Crystal Lake with Mrs. Voorhees as the killer, but when a new set of counselors decide they want to set up at an adjacent camp for the season, will they make it out alive? As far as the story goes, this sequel, which came out a year after the original Friday the 13th, it was trying to pick up the pieces with the lone survivor still having nightmares of her encounter with Jason and his mother, but is nowhere else in this film after that. Instead, this movie focuses on the new camp counselors and what happens to them when a mysterious person is attacking them left and right. As far as the casting goes, I would say with only the small appearances with Adrienne King and Betsy Palmer, the other actors in this movie were not as great, not as memorable, didn't really make me care for them. Their hormones were raging, so I was like, you know what, screw you guys. This is why Betsy Palmer came after y'all in the first place. It's no wonder that she went on a revenge killing, but then you also have to wonder, this is exactly the same reason why Jason, who's now like this big hulking hermit dude in a mask, going on yet another revenge killing because, spoiler alert, Mrs. Voorhees gets killed at the end of Friday the 13th Part 1, so just saying. And speaking of Jason Voorhees, you don't really get to see him as much in this movie, at least not exactly, and you barely feel like his killings make a true impact. You do kind of see his face, but I will not get into that at all. The things that I did like about this movie, it did have some scary moments that I thought were pretty cool to see, and you've got those fast killings and even some of those slow-mo shots. So I feel like this movie wasn't as gruesome, but I did turn away at least once watching this movie. And I liked that it was fast-paced. You get what you get. One of the scenes got spoiled for me. Thanks a lot, Mean Girls. But the things that I didn't really like about this movie, I felt like it didn't live up to the prior film, and I was expecting a little bit more by watching it, so it was kind of slightly boring to watch, and I feel like there really wasn't much else going on as there was in the first movie. I didn't really feel as scared watching this movie. Of course, this is the second time that I've seen this movie. I kind of remembered a little bit of what was going to happen, but the fact that I couldn't really remember some of it is saying a lot, because maybe I just really didn't care about this movie as I did the original Friday the 13th. Overall, I would say that Friday the 13th Part 2 wasn't as great of a sequel. Seeing some of the other Friday the 13th movies after this one came out, that it does obviously get more interesting, and you do get to see more of what Jason Voorhees can do and his signature look that you didn't get to see in this movie. You're not as disappointed watching this, but I kind of was, because I was just not liking the direction that this movie was headed. Either way, I would still recommend checking out seeing this movie. It's a decent sequel, but it's kind of disappointing. So I would give this 3 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Friday the 13th Part 2, and come back tomorrow for day 14 of my horror movie review marathon. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, coming for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.